Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Joey from the So Wizard Podcast, proud members of the Pulse Podcast Networks. TixBlitz is the official ticket provider of the Pulse Podcast Network. Check it out.
Have you been searching for the best ticket deals around? Well, look no further. With TixBlitz, the price you see is the price you pay. And TixBlitz just happens to have over $6 billion in ticket inventory just waiting for you. They absolutely mean it when they say every ticket, every venue, everywhere. And you can save even more with promo code PULSE in all caps to save you 5% off your total purchase. Just go to TixBlitz.com and click the search bar. Search events based on your geographic location. Pick the show you want, and bam, it's showtime. Sporting events, Broadway shows, concerts, and more with TixBlitz.com. And while you're there, be sure to sign up for the email newsletter so you can stay up to date on the latest news and savings with TixBlitz. That's TixBlitz.com. TixBlitz.com. Every ticket, every venue, everywhere.
This is So Wizard Annie.
Hey, this is Aaron Humiston, the artist for band, and you are listening to So Wizard Podcast.
Broadcasting very fast and very dangerous from the planet Malastare. You are listening to So Wizard.
You're thinking people gonna die?
The only podcast to make the Kessel Run in under 12 parsecs.
There'll be no one to stop us this time.
What's going on, everybody? It is time for episode number 239 of the So Wizard Podcast. I'm your host, Joey DiCarlo. My co-hosts are the queen of all nerds, Aubrey Litchfield.
When the pig's trying to get at you, park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot.
And the expert, Mr. Marquis Marcellus Reagans.
I'm the fire starter, Twisted Firestarter.
You're Drew Barrymore? You are listening to So Wizard Podcast. Three friends discuss the world of nerd, podcasting weekly on the Pulse Podcast Network. This week, it's wall-to-wall nerd news as we catch up on everything that's been going on in the world of nerd for the last few weeks. But before we get into all of that, how is everyone doing? Mark Ellis Reagans, talk to us. How is life?
I'm good. I watched the Oscars. A little bit disappointed by the Best Picture winner. But I did see all three of How to Train Your Dragons, and I did finish Umbrella Academy. So check. I'm good.
Excellent. So Oscars, Green Book. Tell me about Green Book, Mark. It doesn't look like anything I would ever want to see in my entire life, but people are very angry that it won. Yeah.
I think if you the listening audience out there, listen to the Patreon episode that I did with the official senior political correspondent Amanda and Adam Wallyhawk. Amanda had the best capsulation of what Green Book is. It's like if the Hallmark Channel got their first Oscar.
Ouch.
That's pretty much what it is. It's a movie it's a feel good movie. It's very warm and cozy and cute, and it's designed to make people feel good about the best in humanity. But it does have some I don't want to say drawbacks, but there is some issues with the story. I mean, and not from a storytelling point, but as from a realistic point. But the movie isn't designed that way. It's not supposed to be that way. And I wrote it in my review when I reviewed it last year. If you're looking for an in-depth movie on race relations from the guy that brought us Dumb and Dumber and Kingpin, you're looking in the wrong direction. Black Klansman can take care of that for you. It's a simple, all-around feel-good movie. I loved it. I thought it was great. If you don't read too much into it, it's a good movie. Does it deserve to win Best Picture of the Year? Fuck no. No way. No way in hell. And the Academy I don't know what they were thinking. They just wanted, a kumbaya moment where everyone can win. And in doing that, they just pissed off most people. But Green Book is a good Sunday afternoon movie if you have nothing to do. and you can't find a remote, it's a really good Sunday afternoon movie. And Mahershala Ali delivers one of the best performances that I've seen in recent years. So watch it for the performances. Don't watch it to get anything realistic regarding race relations, even if it is based on a true story.
I just from seeing the previews, it looked like Oscars, the movie.
Yeah, that's exactly what it feels like it was designed to do. But the thing is, there's like movies like that, and then there's movies like The English Patient that are just like, or even Roma for that matter, just movies that are like, oh, the Academy's gonna love this brilliant film, and then you watch it and it's like, at least
seriously,
at least Green Book has some. Again, it's from the guy who did Dumb and Dumber, so at
least it has fat Viggo Mortensen in
it, playing the like atypical Italian dude. There's a scene where he eats and he takes an entire pizza, a whole pizza, and folds it up like a taco and eats it.
Hey man, we've all been there. Aubrey, how are you this week?
I'm good. I got rear-ended last week. I think I talked about it.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Easy.
And Noah decided to call the guy that rear-ended me a dirty butt toucher.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was essentially like the epitome of my week. Is that was about it.
So how are you doing? I mean, you didn't get hurt or anything, right? You're okay.
No. We were at a stoplight, and then we started going forward a little bit, but traffic was really backed up, so we stopped. But the guy behind me was up my ass the whole way, and I had just said to my mom, "Oh my God, this guy might as well be in my back seat," and he just wasn't paying attention, just rear-ended me.
All right, well, hopefully.
But we were fine and everything. Noah was laughing because I was swearing. And he was telling me how much money I owe him. And then he decided to call the guy a dirty butt toucher.
Wow. Get him, Noah. What about you, Joey? How are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. I'm very discombobulated. My work, I usually have the exact same schedule every week at work unless I specifically take a day off for something I need. But for some reason, my work decided I was going to have Saturday off and work Sunday instead of the opposite. And now I'm so out of sorts. I keep thinking it's a different day. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what time it is. I'm all messed up right now.
Are you a day ahead of everyone or a day behind?
Yes, I feel like I'm a day ahead.
Okay. I'm
living in the future. But in better news, I finished Umbrella Academy.
Nice. What'd you think?
Oh, it's fucking awesome. So good. So good. And my wife and I decided to splurge. So as we've discussed in the show before, I'm going to see Queen and Adam Lambert later this summer. Mm-hmm. But I wanted to see Maiden this summer as well because they're touring on a Greatest Hits tour, and they're playing some songs that they haven't played in a long time or we haven't seen them play. I've never seen them play Aces High live, which is one of my favorite songs. They're playing The Klansman again, which I have seen them play, but Jen's never seen them play. And no, Mark, that's not anything to do with what you're thinking.
Thank you. That was my next question. What the fuck?
I know. It's like, oh, Joey, what's your favorite song? Me, a bald white guy. The Klansman. It's about William Wallace and like Braveheart.
Oh, okay.
They're British. I don't think they quite understood why naming it that wasn't a good idea. But anyway, so they're playing all these awesome songs. We wanted to go, but we held out on buying tickets. We wanted to see if Queen was touring, and then Queen was touring, so we paid for those tickets instead. Blah, blah, blah. Long story short, they announced a second show in Brooklyn because the first show at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York sold out.
Mm-hmm.
And Jen's like, do we want to go to that? And I'm like, well, I want to go to it, but it's like, do you want to go to it? And she's like, well, I want to go. And I'm like, she's like, what do you think? It's like, Jen, you are the arbiter of money in the household. So
right.
Like, if you decide you want to spend the money and go, I'm all in. So we signed up for the fan club and bought the tickets the next day. So now I'm going to see Maiden this summer too.
Nice.
I've never been to Barclays Center before, so this should be interesting.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been there either. I thought isn't there a Barclays in New Jersey?
I don't know. It's only been open for like I think 10 years. They have boxing there all the time, but I've never been to Barclays, so I'll be driving into Brooklyn and trying to find a parking space. It should be an interesting evening, but that is that. That's my week. That's my excitement this week. So sweet. So enough about us. Let's talk about us. Mark Ellis, why don't you tell the listeners where they can find more So Wizard podcast?
All right. So everybody can go to SoWizardPodcast.com where you will find new episodes every week. You'll also find movie reviews from yours truly. You'll find Netflix and Amazon streaming picks from our buddy, the awesome Adam Wallyhawk. You'll also find some of our merchandise there. You can purchase some of our t-shirts and look good while you're representing the show. Another great way to support our show is by doing your Amazon shopping through the link that we keep right on the website. Click on that big A. You do your Amazon shopping, you receive your products, and that way you'll be helping out So Wizard Podcast. You can also find our social media links there. We have Facebook, we have Twitter, we have Instagram. You can subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts and give us a 5-star review while you're there. You can also find us on the Stitcher Radio app for your tablet or smartphone. We're on Podbean. We're on Google Play Music. You can stream our show through Spotify. You can also support our show through the patreon.com website that we keep, patreon.com/So Wizard Podcast. Donate a few nickels here and there and get some bonus content from the crew at So Wizard. Shout out to all of our podcasting buddies all over the world. Back to you, Joey.
If I see a dick, I just look away.
It's wall-to-wall news this week, Mark Ellis, so drop it like it's hot. Let's get it on.
Yo, pump it up. It's time for the news. Yo, we getting ready to bring you the news, boy.
All right, so this week in entertainment news and nerdy news, it's a lot of reboot and sequel news happening this week. Nothing really original. But let's see what's going on. The first thing I want to start with is, have you guys ever seen the movie The Sandlot from 1993?
Yes.
No.
Wow. Aubrey, how do you feel about The Sandlot? Do you like that movie?
I'm trying to remember if that's the movie that I'm thinking of. I think I've only seen it a couple times when I was younger, and I don't remember too much of it. Wait a minute. Is that the one with the girl?
Nope.
No.
It's the group of boys that play baseball.
Is that the one where the lifeguard gives the dude mouth to mouth and then he starts making out with her? I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's the movie, yeah. I've only seen it a couple times. It was so long ago, I don't remember it. But it was funny. It was good. It was a classic.
That movie is famous for one of the most iconic lines uttered by a little kid playing baseball. You're killing me, Smalls.
You're killing me, Smalls!
Even t-shirts made of it.
So yeah, Joey, I don't know if you'll like that movie now, but it was a good flick. It was a movie that they played on HBO like all the time.
I don't know. 1993, I would have been a junior in high school. Yeah. Sorry to age myself to the listeners out there that have this vision of me as youthful and exuberant. But yeah, I would have been way too old for that shit.
Well, the movie is getting its own TV show. They're actually going to be making a new TV show featuring the original cast. All of the kids are grown up. They're all in their early to mid 30s. And the story is going to be about their kids, I would imagine. Since the original took place in the 60s, this one is going to take place, I believe, in 1989. They haven't announced what streaming service it's going to be on. It is going to be on a streaming service, but chances are it's probably going to be Netflix because they're all about adding on new shows. So I know, Joy, you're probably out because you haven't seen the original one. Aubrey, what about you? Is a reboot, or I'm sorry, a sequel to the Sandlot movie anything that's interesting to you?
Not really. I think that it's going to fall flat on its face. And I liked the original. The original was good, but that's all I care to see about it. I don't want to see a reboot of it. And I certainly don't want to see a TV show of something that could be made into a movie and waste less of my time.
Fair enough. Yeah, I don't know. I will probably check out the first episode and see if it grabs me, but this does kind of sound like a Fuller House type of situation, and I'm not down with that, I don't think. But speaking of old movies that were remade into TV shows, we got our first look at Cobra Kai season 2. This one with, I guess at the end of season 1, the Sensei.
Did you not finish season 1, Mark?
No, it's not available anywhere except for on YouTube. Right.
I can help you out with that.
So no, I have not watched anything more than the first 2 episodes of season 1. But season 2, they did release some of the some new cast pictures. It looks like everyone is back. It looks like they're setting up 2 dojos, the Cobra Kai and then Miyagi dojo. And supposedly Elizabeth Shue might be coming back for a quick cameo because I guess her character plays an important part in the sequel. So Cobra Kai season 2, I know, Joy, you were excited about season 1. They haven't released a date yet for it, but are you pumped for season 2?
Oh, God, yeah. I loved season 1. It was my TV show of the year last year. It's got some very stiff competition this year. Honestly, I even posted about it on my personal Facebook. I don't know if anything's going to beat Umbrella Academy for TV show of the year right now.
Mm-hmm.
But the only 3 that I could see possibly doing that would be Cobra Kai season 2 being phenomenal. Maybe Game of Thrones finishing like ridiculously strong, or Stranger Things season 3. So this is one of the 3 that could possibly dethrone it. At the end of season 1, it was kind of like a after credits scene type thing.
Yeah.
So you're not, it's not spoiling anything about anything that happens in season 1. Just the sensei from the original movies shows up at the end and it's like, we need to talk. But that was it. So I'm all in. I am all in on this. So hopefully there's more 80s hair metal songs and Camaros and karate tournaments.
Yeah, I can definitely see there being a lot more karate tournaments. Definitely seems like they're aiming for the school versus school mentality. Aubrey, what about you? Are you psyched at all for Cobra Kai season 2?
Not really.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm sorry. I want to be excited for you, Joey. I can't.
Move this man!
I would like to be excited. It's just not mine. Not my bag, yo.
Understandable. All right. So, in more reboot sequel news, they started officially filming Jay and Silent Bob Reboot about 2 weeks ago. Kevin Smith, fresh from his heart attack last year, is back behind the camera, got the funding, got Jay Mewes, got Jason Lee back as Brody. I am a huge Kevin Smith fan. I love a majority of his movies. I haven't caught some of the later ones, but he's a cool dude. And the fact that he's doing a Jay and Silent Bob movie that kind of takes aim at reboots and sequels, I think is just a beautiful idea, and I can't wait to see it. So it looks like it started filming this week. One of the jokes from that he was able to show online is that there used to be a video store next to the convenience store in Clerks, and now it's a Redbox. So he's definitely going to be playing around with the times. But I'm psyched for this. Aubrey, are you a Kevin Smith fan, and is this something that you might be interested in?
I do like Kevin Smith. I don't know if I'm going to be that interested in it. I guess we'll wait and see. I'm not like a big comedy person, so I don't know.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I don't know how it's going to go with me. Might fall flat.
All right, we probably won't make you see that one. All right.
Yeah, I don't think Joey's going to be that interested in it either, because he's not a big comedy person either. So it might be only you, Mark. You might be the man.
That's right. We'll see. I got my fingers crossed. Joey, talk to me. How do you feel about Kevin Smith coming back with Jay and Silent Bob Reboot?
I don't know how I feel about this.
Okay.
I loved those movies up to a point. Clerks was like a revelation.
Yep.
Probably same for you, Mark, because we're all older than Aubrey, so she probably didn't see it when it first hit. And obviously I didn't see it in the theater, but I saw it in home video, and it's like something you'd never seen before.
Yeah, exactly.
All we did was quote that movie and talk about that movie, and it was just like heaven. And I actually saw Mallrats in the movie in the theater the opening weekend. I think me and my friends were only 4 people in the whole theater, and I love Mallrats, and I liked Chasing Amy, but it wasn't it was different because it felt like Chasing Amy was a real movie.
Yeah, right.
Instead of just whatever the other two were. I don't like Dogma. I don't like some of his other movies. I don't like. I like Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, but I don't know. I really liked Kevin Smith as a filmmaker, and I wanted him to branch out into other things, and he never did. And now it's just like going back to this again. Like, I guess,
Well, he did Red State, and that was kind of a departure for him.
And it was all right. I was kind of hoping he was going to do a superhero movie.
Oh, yeah. Well, he does, episodes of The Flash and Supergirl. Right. So, he's gotten that superhero fix.
Yeah, I know. It just it seemed like there was a moment where he was going to take over the world as like a nerd movie director, right. And it just never happened. And now we're back to him in a trench coat standing outside of a convenience store. So it's a little like disappointing, but we'll see. I haven't liked a lot of his more recent output. So, I mean, it can't be worse than Yoga Hosers, right?
I still haven't seen it. I haven't braved myself, sturdied myself enough to brave it, I should say. But I think it's, like I said, I think it's a great idea. I love him in the View Askewniverse, as they call it. I think it's fantastic. And with so many dark and gritty reboots on the map, I think putting Jay and Silent Bob, making fun of that, I think is great. So I can't wait for it. I'm psyched.
I'll go see it, but I'm not like ready to run through a brick wall or anything.
Yeah. All right. So then in other, I don't know, I guess this is prequel news. The hit 1984 movie Gremlins is getting an animated TV show. It will follow the old guy from the original movie in his younger days, him and Gizmo out on adventures, which sounds really, I'm sorry, it just sounds dumb to me. I don't know why this is happening. I think they might be 22 years too late to do this. But Warner Brothers is still doing it. Gremlins, the animated TV show. I don't know. This seems like a horrible idea. Joey, you're a big Gremlins fan. What do you think of this?
Fuck this movie. Fuck Gremlins. I don't want anything to do with this.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't get it. I don't get it. Aubrey, how about you? Is a Gremlins animated show something you might want to tune into?
Not at all.
I
don't know why this is a thing.
Just to clarify, I don't want people to think I'm some pleb that doesn't like cool movies. But when I was a kid, I was young. So I must have been like third grade when that came out. When the hell did the first Gremlins come out?
84.
So it would have been 7. So whatever grade you're in when you're 7 years old. God, I'm aging myself this episode. It scared the living shit out of me.
Perfect.
I slept in my mom's room for a week after I watched that movie. I fucking hate that movie.
Wow.
I will never forgive that movie for scaring me like that. Fuck that movie. And so I've always had a lifelong vendetta against Gremlins. And a couple months ago, maybe like 6 months ago, it was on Netflix at one point, and I got up in the morning and I walked out in the living room and I saw it on TV and I ran and hid in the kitchen. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And Colin's like, oh, I was just watching Gremlins. I'm like, oh. And I'm like, I told him how I thought it was the scariest movie I ever saw. And he was like, oh, okay. And then he watched it and later. I was like, yeah, it wasn't that scary at all.
You're a punk,
God damn it.
I too watched it as a young child, and it was terrifying. My dad decided that he liked to play movies that I thought were terrifying, so we watched a lot of E.T., Gremlins, fucking Pinocchio. I thought was terrifying, and he would play them all the time. So I have no interest in reliving that.
Strangely, I really liked the sequel.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, the sequel has a great Hulk Hogan cameo in the middle of it. That
the sequel was very fun and tongue in cheek and irreverent. I just felt the sequel was a lot more what I was originally looking for in a movie instead of just horrifying.
Yeah.
Also, I think I was like 15 when the sequel came out, so it's a little different. But
yeah, and yet
just don't search Rule 34 Gremlins 2 on Google because Jesus, that's yeah.
But it's funny because you love Stranger Things, so you would think that would be like a match made in heaven for you.
Yeah, yeah, no. Fuck Gremlins.
All right, so then So then we got some casting news. I know we talked about the Candyman reboot that was going to be happening. Turns out it's actually going to be a sequel. And we do have our Candyman. It's going to be played by Yahya Abdul Mateen II, who you might remember as Black Manta in Aquaman. He's also in The Get Down, too. It's a really good show. Or season 1 was really good. Season 2, but he is going to be the new Candyman. And it's going to be a sequel. Jordan Peele is writing it. It's going to be directed by Nia something. I can't remember her name. But it's going to take place in Chicago in Cabrini Green, kind of close to where I grew up. And I'm excited for it. I thought the guy was really good as Black Manta. I thought he was really good in The Get Down. So I'm excited to see him take on this iconic role from Tony Todd. Aubrey, I don't even know why I even bother asking you. Have you ever seen any of the Candyman movies at all?
No.
We're definitely going to not make you watch this one. This one is completely off the Aubrey grid.
I appreciate it. These people came into my work the other day and they were like, we love horror movies. Do you have any recommendations for us? Because we're running out. And I was like, I am not the person you want to be talking to. Let me
should have told them Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I tried explaining to them. I was like, it could even be just slightly able to happen, and my brain will make it able to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there is no winning with me, and I will, my OCD gets going, and my brain's like, you need to lock the door because Michael Myers could come in, and I'm like, no, that's not rational, but it is.
But it could happen.
Check the
Aubrey,
door lock.
you are not the only one, because I always lock the screen door and then the inside door at the house, and it drives Jen insane. But I'm like, if someone's trying to break into the house, it's that extra couple seconds while they have to get through the screen door. And she's like, you're a fucking psychopath.
Yeah, they were trying to tell me, they're like, there's ways to get around that. I was like, I have a security system in my house. I have a camera facing the door. It doesn't mean anything to my brain.
That's right. If there's a possibility that it could happen, your brain's going to be like, yeah, that could happen.
Yeah, exactly. So, scary movies, I can't handle.
I hear you. I'm kind of the same way. I don't like scary movies, but I like movies. So if it's good, I'll take it. But I just don't like bad scary movies.
This is why we have to get a guest host for the week we review Us.
Yes, because I think we're all going to be traumatized by that one. Aubrey probably won't be able to make it at all. Probably not even
I was traumatized by the commercial.
Yeah, exactly.
Aubrey, you love Us magazine. You'll be fine.
I was traumatized just by the trailers. I don't need to go see the actual movie. Mm-hmm. I will pass out.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Josh will be lugging my dead ass down the stairs.
All right, so Joy, did I ask you what do you think about Black Manta as Candyman?
It's fine, but it doesn't matter who they cast. Even if they cast Brad Pitt, they're not going to be Tony Todd. So,
yeah, that's true.
It's going to be tough to forget that because, I think there was only 2 Candyman sequels, right? There's 3 movies. There might have been.
I think there's 4 actually.
Yeah, I was going to say I don't remember if it went into like Hellraiser territory where there's like 75 sequels, like direct to video sequels, but at least the first 3. Tony Todd rules, but we'll see. I'm interested. There's a lot of good creative people behind working on this. Yep. And if you actually sit down and watch the first one, well, not Aubrey, but it's really good. It's actually really good.
Yep.
So I know it's hard when you're like, what? Candyman 7? Like, no, trust me. Just the first one is really good. So, but so I'm interested. I'm sure we'll be seeing it for the show, but not Aubrey. But
right. Yeah.
Come on, Aubrey, you love candy.
I do, but there's no way I'll make it through it.
I'm hoping that this is going to be the horror reboot that Halloween should have been, like good. I'm hoping it falls in that category. I'm hoping that Jordan Peele knocks it out of the park with this one.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is 8-Bit Ray from the Gorilla Brain Podcast, part of the Pulse Podcast Network. Did you know that you could be using this spot to advertise your company or business? Well, I've done the research, and podcastinsights.com report that podcast listeners are loyal, affluent, and mostly college educated. But most importantly, are 5 times more likely to interact with the ad they hear on their favorite podcast than an ad from any other medium. If you would like to advertise your company or brand with our network, it's simple. All you have to do is send an email to marketing@pulsepodcastnetwork.com. I'll say it one more time. marketing@pulsepodcastnetwork.com. And we hope to hear from you soon.
All right. Okay. So we talked about this before. We got a little bit of sad news regarding Warner Brothers, the DCEU.
What now?
We have to go back.
We're going back. So as you know, James Gunn is doing Suicide Squad 2. I'm sorry. He's doing The Suicide Squad, not Suicide Squad 2. And, there was some kind of commotion of whether Margot Robbie was going to return to the franchise because she has her own thing set up now with Birds of Prey. That's still a possibility. I still think they haven't locked it down, but I'm pretty sure that that's pretty close to happening. But one person that definitely will not be coming back is Will Smith. So, Joey, I know you were holding out hope for that Will Smith Suicide Squad theme song and music video, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Will Smith is officially out as Deadshot. He's busy doing Bad Boys 3 and Aladdin. So this kind of gives James Gunn a blank canvas to promote someone else to the lead. Hopefully it'll be Margot Robbie. But I am a little disappointed that Will Smith isn't coming back. So, Aubrey, I know how you feel about Will Smith. Is this a little bit of a disappointment for you?
No, the movie's gonna be shit anyway.
Even with James Gunn directing it?
Even with James Gunn, I don't care. Movie is trash.
Wow.
Lock it up, get rid of it. It's garbage.
All right, Joey, what about you, man?
It's disappointing.
Yeah, he was like the good part in Suicide Squad.
Right. And they spent a lot of the first movie, him and Harley Quinn are basically the main characters. So they're not going to be in the sequel at all.
Well, she might.
I don't know about that, but I thought she was going to be only in Birds of Prey, but it's tough. I don't know. Maybe it's time for some other more obscure characters to shine. Now it's Bronze Tiger's time to shine.
Exactly.
Michael Jai White, come on down.
Hey, now this is a kind of an off-topic question. Wasn't Slade, was he ever a part of Suicide Squad? Slade, dead, whatever. Not Deadpool. Deathstroke, thank you. Yeah, was Deathstroke ever a member of Suicide Squad?
Not really. In the first, the actual Suicide Squad book that actually anyone cares about, no.
Okay.
He interacted with them and stuff. There was a group of books. It was Suicide Squad, Deathstroke, The Terminator, and Checkmate.
Okay.
And they always interacted and had crossovers and stuff, but he wasn't a member of Suicide Squad.
Okay. All right, because I was going to say, we know that Joe Manganiello has the suit, just throw him in there. Throw him as the new leader of Suicide Squad. I would be down for that.
As long as we can get Amanda Waller back, at least there'll be some continuity to it. Because the team was pretty much always changing because people would die, people would leave.
Yeah.
So you don't have to have all the members come back. It's just, kind of sucks because I liked him as Deadshot. So,
it'd be really cool is if they have someone in the suit in the beginning and they just kill them in the first 5 minutes, kill all of them. They go on a suicide mission and they all die. Then we have to start all over again.
That would be the best way to do it.
Let's just bring the Enchantress back.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
That's too bad.
Just bring Katana back. This is Katana.
She's got my back.
Oh Lord. All right, so James Gunn is putting together the Suicide Squad. He's hoping to have it start filming this summer, and it will be out next year. Harley Quinn may or may not star Harley Quinn. Stay tuned. All right, so then in other sequel news, we have our release date for Rambo 5, or Rambo Last Blood, as it's called. Rambo 5 will be hitting the screen September 20th, 2019. Sylvester Stallone, hot off of his amazing performance in Creed 2, is bringing back the Rambo character for one final ride. This one, he's going to be taking on the Mexican cartel. So, Sylvester Stallone can do whatever he wants to, as far as I'm concerned. The performance that he gave in Creed and Creed 2 buys him whatever other movie he wants to do. If he wants to make a sequel to Stop My Mom or Shoot, fine, whatever. You can go right ahead and do it, Sly. You're cool. So yeah, I'm psyched for this. I think it's going to be a really cool beginning of fall action movie from Sly Stallone. What do you guys think of Rambo 5? Let's start with Aubrey.
I'll watch it.
Yeah, we got one.
I like First Blood, and I like Sylvester Stallone.
Mm-hmm.
I'll watch it.
Nice. Joey, what about you?
Oh, Christ. Of course I'll watch it.
Really? Okay.
Is there anyone left alive in the world after the end of Rambo 4?
Mexico.
Oh, he's in Mexico. Do we have listeners in Mexico? Because I know he was killing he was killing people in Myanmar, where we have quite a few listeners, and hopefully none of them were affected by Rambo and a giant machine gun at the time.
Mm-hmm. God, that movie was ridiculous.
I loved that movie. I saw it in the movie theater, and I have it on DVD. So,
yeah, dude. So, what are you hoping for? More of a like wham bam action extravaganza of Rambo First Blood Part 2, or more of a not a dramatic one, but like a pared down thriller, like the first Blood movie?
Nobody wants one like the first movie. Come on.
Really?
Are you serious? Nobody cares about the first movie. The first movie is a good movie. Don't get me wrong, but that's not what everybody thinks about when they think about Rambo.
You might have a point there. You might have a point.
We think rocket launchers, machine guns, exploding arrows.
I was just about to say that, arrows with explosives on the tips.
That's right.
Shoot down helicopters.
So, God. I don't know how he's going to pull this off, and he's almost 80 years old, but fuck it.
That's right.
I'm sorry, Mexico. You fucked with the wrong guy.
Yeah, it's one of those things. You tell Sylvester Stallone he can't make Rambo 5. You try to tell him that. So yeah, I'm psyched. I'm psyched for it. Yeah, and he's writing this one too, so we'll see. He did good in Creed. I'm thinking this is going to be a good one.
Yeah, it's not going to be I know for a while it's supposed to be him fighting a monster, so it's not going to be that one.
Yeah, no, it's not going to be that one. This one, a friend of his has a daughter that gets kidnapped in Mexico, and he goes in to get her back, and and Mexico doesn't like it, so he does what he has to do, Rambo style.
Hopefully, it's not anything like crap. What's that terrible movie where a girl becomes part of the Mexican cartel, and they've been playing previews for it for like 15 months.
It's like Miss Bala. Is that the name of it?
I think that's finally out. I just remember feel like I've been seeing previews for it for 3 years.
Okay, and then one final bit of news. They have officially announced the sequel to Edge of Tomorrow. Tom Cruise, Emily Blunt, and director Doug Liman are set to return. Pending the script is good, but the wheels are in motion for us to get a sequel to the only Tom Cruise movie that Joey actually can stand, Edge of Tomorrow. I am psyched. I love Doug Liman. I think he's an amazing director. I thought he did a great job with Edge of Tomorrow. It's a horrible title, but a really good movie. So I'm psyched that this is the wheels are finally spinning in this direction, especially with Emily Blunt coming back. Joey, how do you feel about Edge of Tomorrow 2?
Oh, that's awesome. I am super excited. I hate Tom Cruise.
Right.
But I love that movie. That's the only Tom Cruise movie that I like. Do I like any other Tom Cruise movies? I don't think so. No. I guess I'd rather have a sequel to this than like Born on the 4th of July or something. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That's true. Well, we are getting Top Gun 2 at some point too soon. So, yeah. Old guys are back to making sequels. Aubrey.
Can't be worse, right? Can't be worse than anything else that he's made. So.
La Momia?
La Momia. Oh, no.
I was actually talking to somebody at work about Tom Cruise, and she was saying, I was like, God, because we were talking about Aquaman, and I said, I don't like Nicole Kidman. And so then it turned into, well, maybe it's a Scientology thing, just made her weird, and Tom Cruise. And I said, I fucking hate Tom Cruise. And so then she's like, I haven't seen The Mummy. And I was like, oh, let me tell you, La Momia is shit. It's trash. But yeah, I fucking hate.
So I shouldn't pencil you down for Edge of Tomorrow 2, is what you're saying, Aubrey.
No, I fucking hate him.
Would you watch the first one if we forced you to do it?
I feel like I've seen it.
Oh, and you still didn't like it?
No, I fucking hate him.
Not even
I'm
with
pretty sure I saw it.
not even with super smoking badass Emily Blunt?
No.
Wow. We're doing so good.
And his personality is trash.
Yeah.
Absolute trash.
Yeah, and it's on full display in the beginning of the movie too. Like the first 15 minutes, it's full Tom Cruise all up in his
I
business.
want to be able to look past his shit personality. I really do, because I liked Valkyrie, but his shit personality got in the way. I want to like some of the things he's been in. It's just, God, he makes it so fucking hard.
Oh, that's okay. Not everyone has to like him, Aubrey. It's fine. It's fine. So when I get him as a guest on the show, I'll make sure you're not on that episode.
I'll fucking just mute my microphone and not speak the entire time.
Like every couple of seconds. Fuck you, Tom Cruise. What was that?
You're a trash human being.
What was that?
He's just so arrogant. And it's just, it's on display all the time. How does he get away with it? So, ugh.
All right, so then we had a couple of trailers that dropped this week too. We got a second look at Hellboy, the new Hellboy movie that's coming out this year, with a little bit more of the special effects, a little bit more of the story, and a little bit better view of the cast of characters. I still think it looks too much like the original Guillermo del Toro ones, but I will give this one the benefit of the doubt. There's something about it that just feels, I don't know, it feels too light or too comedic or something. I don't know. There's something about it that doesn't quite register with me, but I'm still going to go check it out because I like the film director. What did you guys think of the trailer? Let's start with you, Joey.
I thought it was better than the first trailer.
Yeah.
But I think I'm also done watching trailers for this.
Yep.
Because I don't want to see any more of the movie. Mila Jovovich is hot. We already knew that. And I'm kind of agree with you. I'm still like confounded as to what the angle is for this movie. Because like we said when we talked about the first trailer, we were told it had to be rebooted because they wanted to be closer to the comics. Well, this isn't closer to the comics at all. So what's happening here? I love Neil Marshall. We've talked about this multiple times on the show. The dude gets a pass for life. He's made fucking fantastic movies like Dog Soldiers and The Descent and Doomsday, and he directed some awesome episodes of Game of Thrones. So, I mean, he can do whatever he wants. I just want him to make money.
Right.
And move on to even bigger projects. I would love him to direct a Marvel movie or, something cool like that. But I don't know, man. It looks cool, but not like face meltingly cool, I guess.
Right. Yep.
Either way, I'm not really sure how to say this. Like, I almost feel like the same way I feel about Captain Marvel. Like, I know I'm supposed to like this and I don't dislike it, but I'm not like super excited.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. Aubrey, what about you? What did you think of the trailer?
It was okay. I mean, I haven't seen the original one, so I have no comparison, but it looked okay.
Oh, so this is going to be a whole new world for you then.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. We're definitely going to make you go see this one then. It'll probably wind up being like the scariest movie of the year.
It's weird because I can handle like demons and that type of stuff. But when it comes to if they're like screaming in my face, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like intentionally scary. I feel like this is like a funny, scary kind of thing.
And then finally we got another look at the long-awaited, much anticipated sequel to the classic movie X-Men Apocalypse. Yep, we got more footage of X-Men Dark Phoenix coming to a theater, hopefully this year. A little bit more footage of how Jean Grey gets the Phoenix Force, a little bit information of what put them in that position, and a little bit more of the villain, who I thought was Academy Award winning Academy Award nominated actress Jessica Chastain as the villain. It's a high bar. I know people give Apocalypse a lot of shit. I still enjoy it for what it is.
It's terrible.
I still love the fact that when you get to the end of the movie, they're all wearing their classic X-Men costumes, and that right there, I'm like, that's fine. I'm good with that. So yeah, I'm psyched for this. And it looks like, based on the trailer, it looks like they gave away a huge spoiler, which I was like, wait, can they do that and get away with it? I don't know. But yeah, I'm still going to be there day one. I'm ready for it. Aubrey, how do you feel about X-Men Dark Phoenix?
I am super excited. I know you guys aren't, but I am super excited because I love the Dark Phoenix saga. I love X-Men. And regardless of how shitty it's all been, I love it so much. I just eat it all up because I love X-Men so much.
All right. Now, looking at this trailer, does it look like you're going to get that Dark Phoenix fix that you want so badly?
I hope so. I think it looks awesome.
Oh, nice.
And I don't even care that died because you know what?
Spoiler.
We all knew Ash didn't want to come back.
Joey, talk to me, dude. How did you feel about this Dark Phoenix story? They showed a little bit more footage, so that should have got you a little bit more on board, right?
Fuck this movie. Oh God, this is so awful. I'm sorry, Aubrey. This looks awful.
It's okay.
I'm
not excited for Cobra Kai. You can be not excited for Dark Phoenix.
How do you screw this storyline up twice? How do you do this? How do you mess this up twice?
What is it about this trailer that you're not seeing that's in the storyline? Like they go into space, she gets the Phoenix Force, and she comes down and kills people, right?
Anything. It doesn't work because you don't care. You don't care about Jean at all. Like, who gives a shit? She was a minor character in the last movie. She didn't even do anything in the last movie. You should be like, this should be like, you should feel awful watching it. Like, you should be so emotionally invested in the characters that watching her turn evil and Scott having to kill her should like rip you the heart out of your chest. Because that's what happens in the comic. You know, she's eventually she dies, comes back as Phoenix. She turns into Dark Phoenix. She's going to destroy the universe. Scott has to kill her. And that's the love of his life. Mm-hmm. Like, imagine having to kill the love of your life. You know, like, you can't save her no matter what you do, and you have to kill her. Like, it's awful. And it's fantastic. Right. And it's not going to work because you don't give a fucking shit about Sansa Stark in Ready Player One.
All right, but doesn't Wolverine kill her in X3 and then like that vision haunts him through his movies, through the Wolverine movies? So it kind of works, right?
Yeah, but you had 3 movies of Jean to get used of being a pretty major character on the team, even though the 3rd movie was terrible. At least you had buildup of her as a character and the relationship she had with people. It's still not good enough, but it's just, no. It's not going to work.
I don't think there's anything in this movie that they could show you, Joey, that's going to make it work for you at all.
No, it's not. I didn't think, I'll be real with you, I didn't think First Class was that great. I didn't really like Days of Future Past all that much.
Okay.
I certainly didn't like Apocalypse at all. And now this is the 4th movie in this cycle of shit. So, like, who cares? It's fine. I'll go see it. I'll hope for the best. I hope it's at least serviceable. But I'm not holding my breath.
Yeah. I'm hoping for the best. I really am. I haven't read the Dark Phoenix saga, so, you know, I just know the Cliff Notes. But I do like Sansa Stark as Jean Grey. It's weird because in the last movie she did have the Phoenix Force, or she did exude like a power, and a big bright phoenix came out of her. So, so I don't know. I'm confused. But if you try to map out the X-Men timelines, your brain will just melt. So I'm not even gonna bother trying to put 2 and 2 together. But yeah. I like the characters in Apocalypse. I'm psyched to see them come back in this one.
Not feeling it at all.
Well, Joey.
Well, I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
We're going to see this movie.
Yes.
Oh, I already know I'm going to see it. I'm fully prepared to go see this. Oh, God. Matinee showing. Here we come. Just me and Maria in the movie theater.
All right. So, so that's it. That's all I got for the news.
Well, I had, just real quick, since we were talking about Dark Phoenix, some more news about New Mutants came out.
Oh, no.
You know how we've been like, oh, they reshot half the movie, blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
They haven't reshot shit. They haven't done any reshoots.
What?
Yeah, that was what came out this past week. They never did any reshoots. The movie's just a fucking mess.
No.
What? No.
Kalel, no.
Yeah, they haven't even done the reshoots.
Oh, God.
They shot that movie 2 years ago, so you can only imagine how bad.
That's too bad. That's too bad. I give them credit for trying to make a low-budget X-Men horror movie, but maybe that's why they shouldn't do it. I give them points for trying, but maybe that's why they shouldn't try to do it.
At least they tried.
I feel bad for the Stranger Things kid and the other Game of Thrones girl.
I feel bad for Anya Taylor-Joy because...
Oh, that's right. She's in it too. Shit.
She deserves better. I'll console. I volunteer to console her.
All right. Do you think we'll ever see that movie?
I think at some point it'll plop out on like Hulu or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or maybe it'll just never get released. It'll be like lost film, like Rhapsody Street Kids Believe in Santa.
So if that is the case, I'm pretty sure you will find a way to.
Yes.
It will appear.
The internet provides, but. All right, sweet. So that's all the news that's fit to print. Let's go around, get some recommendations, and wrap it up. Aubrey, what do you got for the listeners out there?
I recommend. I did watch A Star Is Born yesterday. The movie is fucking sad.
Did you like it though?
So good. I did like it. I did. But oh my God, I was sobbing.
More like A Star Is Boring.
My insides were in pain because it was really sad at the end. So I recommend everybody go see it if you have 2 hours and 15 minutes of free time. Go watch it. It is good. It's just be prepared. The ending is pretty sad. That's what I got.
Awesome. How about you, Marcellus?
Yeah, like I mentioned before, I did go see How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. Which I watched after I watched the other two to get caught up. And it is a really good trilogy of films. Yes, it's an animated movie. Yes, the dragons look very cartoonish in some aspects, so it could be geared towards kids, but it has really good themes, has really good animation. And part 3 is a very nice conclusion to the Hiccup and Toothless story. So yeah, I recommend going to see How to Train Your Dragon Part 3. You don't have to see it in 3D. I thought with the second one being so amazing in 3D that the third one would be the same. This one has more story, so there's not that many cool flying sequences. So you don't have to go see it in 3D. But if you like the other two movies, definitely go check it out. It's a very nice conclusion to the story.
Sweet. Well, I will suggest everybody goes to SoWizardPodcast.com where they can find the podcast every week. Links to all our social media accounts on the right-hand side of the page. Movie reviews, streaming picks, so much more. SoWizardPodcast.com. Don't forget to subscribe to us on iTunes. Listen to us on Spotify. Check us out on the Pulse Podcast Network. You can always support the show and get exclusive extra episodes of the show that other people don't get access to by supporting us on Patreon. For small monetary donation, get those exclusive episodes of the show and more. Patreon.com/SoWizardPodcast. Check out our YouTube channel. Every week, Adam is uploading new videos, new exclusive content on YouTube. And just go to YouTube and search So Wizard Podcast. I think that's everything I need to plug. I will suggest you sit down and watch the rest of The Umbrella Academy because it's fucking awesome. I finished it in like 4 days, so I'm pretty happy with myself there. So yeah, watch the rest of The Umbrella Academy and then maybe go to the movies and check out Captain Marvel, because that, my friends, is coming out this weekend coming up, and that's what we'll be talking about next week on So Wizard Podcast, the full review and reaction to the newest movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But that's going to do it for this week. This has been episode number 239 of the So Wizard Podcast, and I've been your host, Joey DiCarlo. My co-host, the queen of all nerds, Aubrey Litchfield.
So long, good night, and thanks for all the fish.
And the expert, Mr. Marquis Marcellus Reagans.
Rest in peace, Luke Perry. Rest in peace, Keith Flint from Prodigy. Wakanda forever.
I've been your host, Joey DiCarlo. This has been episode number 239 of the So Wizard Podcast. We'll see you next week. Good journey.